Welcome back, you sexy savages. Ricky Rotten back again with another quick, simple self-improvement video. And today's topic is reading. As most of you already know, reading is the best way to learn new skills, to learn new experiences, to start looking at the world a different way, and to improve yourself. However, unfortunately, in this day and age, with the rise of everything from TikTok to video games to doom scrolling, our attention spans are down to zero almost, making it almost impossible to focus on what it is that we're reading. That combined with the fact that, let's face it, reading is straight up boring. So I'm here to give you some helpful tips on how to make reading a little less boring, a little more enjoyable, and how to get the absolute most out of it. Tip number 1. Read an actual book. Now, most people will put on audiobooks and say, why read when I can just listen to what's happening in the book and do something else, like clean my house, go to the gym, work out, or drive somewhere and listen to it in the car. But ask yourself, how many times have you listened to, say, like a podcast, for example, while you're working out or while you're cleaning your house or while you're driving somewhere, and you end up not focusing on what's being said because you're focusing on your workout, your cleaning, or driving. And even though you're hearing the information, you're not listening to it. Whereas when you're actually physically reading words, it has your undivided attention and you get sucked into it with your absolute focus so that your brain can't just drift off into something else while you're listening to it. And then that brings us into problem number 2, the smartphones and the tablets. As all of you know, the lights can screw with you, especially late at night when you're trying to go to sleep. Not to mention the fact that it gives you the bad habit of scrolling through your phone, which is a habit we're all trying to break if we're trying to improve ourselves, now are we not? So that is why it's a good idea to get an actual physical book so that you can physically flip those pages, hold it in your hand, and read the words the way they were intended to be read. This may come off as inconvenient to a lot of people, but trust me, give it a try, and you'll start to see the benefits of what I'm talking about. And that brings us to tip number 2. Most people claim they don't have time to read. So the best advice? Read before bed. Whatever your routine is before you go to sleep at night, add it to your routine. Say, instead of just going right into bed and going to Snorville about an hour or 2 before I'm supposed to go to sleep, I'm going to lie in bed, turn on my little light, or get a headlight if you need one, and read that book in bed. Because number 1, it adds to routine, and as we all know, us human beings are creatures of habit, and once we start a routine, it's really hard to break. And if you go to bed at night like a normal person, odds are there's no distractions. It's dark outside, everybody's sleeping, no cars on the roads, no birds chirping, no horns honking, nothing to stop you from diving into that book and giving it your full undivided attention. And that brings us to tip number 3 on how to make reading better for you. Go to the library. We all like convenience, we all like privacy, and we all like doing stuff at home. But let me ask you a question. How many of you go to the gym? And let me ask you another question. Why do you go to the gym? Everything you can do at the gym to get in shape and get healthy, you can do at home. You can buy your own equipment and do it at home, or you don't even need equipment at all. Just do the work that you know will work at home alone. But most of us, when we're at home alone, we tend to neglect that. We tend to ignore it. Why? Because working out sucks and we know it. And after a while, once it starts to hurt and we start to get fatigued, we tend to say, screw this, I'm done, even though you only did 3 reps when you're supposed to do 5, even though you only did 2 sets when you were supposed to do 10, and so on and so forth. But when you're at the gym, and you're in that environment and you're surrounded by other people like you who are all there for the same reason, to get in shape and put in work, damn how much it hurts because nothing good comes for free. Then all of a sudden you can bust out more reps. You can put in more time, you can put in harder work, and you improve your health and your physique. So the same goes for reading. If you're at home and you're getting distracted and you find yourself putting that book down after reading a couple lines, try going to your local library. Because just like the gym, once you're in that environment and once you're surrounded by all people that are there for the same exact reason, to read and learn, it will help you succeed where you would fail at home. And if you think it's inconvenient to go to a library for at least an hour out of the day, how is it any more inconvenient than going to a gym for an hour out of the day? And the best part is, you don't need to take a shower and change or anything like that when you leave the library. Just put the book down and leave. Another reason you should go to your local library to read is because you can get almost any book ever you could possibly want to read for free. And if they don't have the book you're looking for at that library, just talk to the nice person at the desk and they can 9 out of 10 times order the book you're looking for from another library. Again, completely free. And for those of you that are just like me and it takes you longer than the average person to read a book, yes, there is technically a time limit on how long you can have said book before you start getting hit with charges, but if you explain to them the situation and you talk to them, they will work with you. The rule of thumb at my library is they give you about 2 weeks and then they start calling you saying, hey, bring the book back. But if you tell them, hey, I'm a fucking idiot and it takes me a long time to read and I got dyslexia and I'm not gonna have this book done for about 3 months, they'll say, okay, see you in 3 months. As for those late charges, what late charges? And finally, tip number 3.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
On how to make reading a little bit better for you is to read stories that you truly enjoy. So when you hear most people in the realm of self-improvement talking about reading to help your self-improvement journey, they're talking about specific books that are full of knowledge, not necessarily entertainment. You know, books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, 12 Rules for Life, The 4-Hour Work Week, Mein Kampf, kidding.
Kill that motherfucker!
But when you're first starting to read as a way to improve your life, those books can be very boring and hard to focus on. So the best advice that I have learned personally to get you into the routine of reading is to read stories that you actually enjoy. And the best way to start is from movies and other entertainment that you truly like. Do you like Jurassic Park? Read the book. Do you like Rainbow Six? Read the book. Do you like American Psycho? Read the book. Do you like The Godfather? Read the book. Do you like Harry Potter? Read the books. Do you like Warhammer 40K? Read the books. So many books, literally hundreds of books. And by reading stories that you truly enjoy and will keep your attention because you want to see what happens next, you're going to train your brain into the cycle of reading to obtain information. And once you do it for about a year or so and you start taking in that knowledge through the process of reading books for knowledge becomes a whole lot easier and a whole lot more doable. And that is how you can get the absolute most out of the benefits of reading to improve your life. So that's all I got for this one, guys. Like I said, quick little video, but it's over a minute, so I couldn't make it into a YouTube short. So until next time, ta-ta, fare thee well. Go outside, touch the grass, get fresh air, ask that girl out, ask your boss for a raise, whatever you can do, just do it with a smile and make yourself better. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because if you don't, I will find you. Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to apologize if I really offended anybody with the Mein Kampf joke. It really wasn't my idea. It was my cat's. You're a cute little Austrian painter, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's go invade Poland.